Hey, it's G, also known as Gwendolyn, which is my full name. And I was attending Urban Connect earlier today. Today was the last day. I attended like yesterday and today. And I also had a chance to present with Salesforce for Small Business, discussing how Salesforce Essentials changed my business, and also how you can use that tool, that CRM, to really craft a tight relationship with your customers. And so in the Q&A session, there was a question about books that like inspired me or that I would suggest to other small business leaders, owners. And there were so many. I mean, I rattled off what came to mind immediately, and then I thought I should just put together a little list of like what's always helped me. So we're doing that tonight. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the self first. Start with self. And one of my number one favorite books about the self is from Rashid. It is Design Yourself, Rethinking the Way You Live, Love, Work, and Play. And I love books, nothing against something that's audio, but I love books because you can get them signed. This book I have revisited once every year. I come back to it because it just forces you to think outside the box, and it forces you to look at things differently. And Rashid is an industrial designer. He also designs like housewares and table linens, bottles, buildings, furniture, games. He does chairs. He does it all. He does it all. Hence industrial designer. He's also a DJ. He does fashion too. Okay, I'm getting off track. Beautiful book. Can't go wrong. It really, really talks about defining who you are for yourself. And I love how it says here, how will you be remembered? Right? And it just really goes over things we typically take for granted. So I revisit this every single year. Love that book. I rarely let people borrow it, but I did hand it out once or twice, and I got it back because I am that person. Second in line, my newest favorite is Black Sheep by Brant Menswar. And I saw him speak at Imaging 2019. No, was it 2020? It's 2020. Yes! Oh my God, things move so fast. Just last year, Black Sheep and its Unleashed Extraordinary, Awe-Inspiring, Undiscovered You. It talks about identifying your values, and he calls it your flock of five. And the thing about a black sheep is a black sheep's wool cannot be dyed. It is what it is through and through. And so there's a workbook that comes with this, so I highly suggest reaching out, because you just reach out to Brant and he will send it to you. But this is one of my favorites. My flock of five, I live it every single day, and it really does change how you see the world and the impact you have on the world when you are living with deliberate intention. So pick up those two. Now, what comes next? Let's do money. This is Michalowicz. I never say his name right, but it's Profit First. You probably heard about it. Profit First, and it is, hey, you know what? You don't have to wait until you're 18 years in to start paying yourself. You should do that now. So it's a great strategy plan, a way of operating your finances to make sure that you have everything in order where it needs to be. So you have an account just for operating expenses. And if that account is going low, then you're spending too much money. You have an account that you put aside to take care of the taxes and other things. So implemented this plan and am loving it. And yeah, you get to pay yourself like immediately. Because hello. So my next one, so many. Next one, this is marketing. So Seth Godin, I hope I said his name right. You can't be seen until you learn to see. So, a lot of us are not marketers. A lot of us are not marketers, but guess what? You don't have to make it as hard as it appears to be. And books like this really help frame the way you see things and readjust the way you are currently operating, both as a consumer and also as a business owner. So cannot go wrong with this one. Cannot go wrong. On that same vein, I'm about to go into some business operating. It feels like almost like my Bible. I shouldn't say it like that, but it does. Growth IQ by Tiffani Bova. Get smarter about the choices that will make or break your business. It does. I had a chance to see her speak a couple of times at Dreamforce in 2019. The way her book is written, dude, like you cannot go wrong. It's so easy to read, and the examples make so much good sense. Hearing her speak prompted me to purchase the book because I thought this is like basic common sense stuff that she has just drilled down to like. So if you want to be different and do things to really grow your small business, you're going to pick this up, like hands down. And you're going to be like me, you're going to have like chapters flagged because you just keep coming back to it. That's going to be that. Now, we're talking about business and branding and purpose. And you're a small business, you're a medium business. It has to have a purpose. Making money is not a purpose. Okay, so that ain't it. We will say that's not good enough. If that's your only purpose, it's not gonna last. I'm just gonna put it out there for you. But it has to have a purpose. It's solving a problem. So what is the purpose of your business? And it's what your business stands for. And depending on who you are part of your business. So what you stand for, what your company stands for, they kind of go hand in hand. So on the same vein of the black sheep values and design yourself, I would next add to the repertoire of reading is Start With Why, How Great Leaders Inspire Everyone to Take Action. I would go with that next. I believe that once you understand your purpose, it explains your why, versus you trying to figure out the why and then get your purpose. Know your purpose. Know what it is that you do. And then that'll help you explain your why. But this is a good one. And Simon Sinek, he's always, I have seen him speak a number of times, always left with more thoughts and thinking and a want to change. But that's where the black sheep values come in. Like if you are who you say you are, you will see these values every single day in your interactions. Because that's like true blue. It's black sheep. You can't dye that. So going on with that is Being the Change. This is by Amy Cooper, Gary Looper, Dwayne Trammell. This is about servant leadership. I believe that when you're operating your business, it is more than just I am selling something, I'm serving my customers. How are you also serving your community? So this is about servant leadership, and these are examples of people who are walking the walk and talking the talk. Because some of y'all are just like talking about it, but you're not really being about it. But what's really, really good, really, really good, I got some good ones coming up right now. Got some good ones. Roy Spence Jr. It's not what you sell, it's what you stand for. Why every extraordinary business is driven by purpose. Man, saw him speak too years ago. 2011, 2012. I can't even think. Yeah, this one. Page Turner. But yes, it's about your purpose. Your business has to have a purpose, and it starts with you. So you can sell a lot of things. It doesn't make a difference if it doesn't have any purpose. And again, it just can't be about money because it's not gonna last. The next ones are about branding. So let's talk about branding, right? We've talked about who you are. We talked about your why. We talked about your purpose, your business's purpose. So we're gonna talk about you. One of my favorite, Celebrity CEO. Again, gotta love these because we're gonna love to get things signed. I love getting things signed. I love it. But Celebrity CEO by Ramon Ray. This is a page turner. I was actually in Jamaica reading this, just enjoying myself. But this is how entrepreneurs can thrive by building a community and a strong personal brand. So I have had the honor of being interviewed and have seen him speak also at Imaging 2020. Saw him speak there. So, you know, if I had to give a gift, I would give this one. I have given Black Sheep. Some of these are just so good and so easy to read, and you take information from it immediately. So I happen to have one of the bookmarks here, and these are 5 tips for celebrity entrepreneurs, just to give you an idea of what you're going to get into. But it's build a fan base, sales will follow. Video humanizes your brand. Local events bring together your community, because it's not about just being in a community. You must participate and serve that community, okay? Build credibility with media coverage, and then clients seek out celebrity CEOs. So, have I taken some of this and put some of this to use? I'm not gonna lie, I have taken some tips and I'm trying to put it to use. So this is a great one. This is a great one right here. Absolutely love that. Someone else that I saw at Imaging 2020 was Kaplan Mobray, and this is the 10 Ks of personal branding. This book I just received last week. I saw him give a high-level overview of the book during his imaging presentation, and I put it on my list. And you know, you just go through your list, and I was like, ooh, it's a new month. Let's get a book. So I'll be reading this. Now, this is a workbook. There are places in here for us to do the work. So this is not just, I'm going to turn and just get to it. There's work involved in here. There's work involved. So that's pretty cool. But let me give you those 10 Ks real quick. And this is why I bought it. So the 10 Ks are: know thyself, know what you want to be known for, know how to be consistent, know how to accept failure as part of building your personal brand, know how to communicate your personal brand attributes, know how to create your own opportunities, know and master the art of connection, know that silence is not an option, know your expectations, not your limitations, and know why you are doing what you are doing today and how it will shape where you are headed tomorrow. Yes, create a better you. So this is on the nightstand. It's next in line. Got a lot going on. We got a lot going on, but that's next in line. The last 2, this one is I Am My Brand. This is also a workbook. This is by Kubi Springer. Hope I said her name correctly. This one I've been working through. Again, another one that requires some work, but this is about, this is also about branding, and it's 10 chapters. Own your truth. Let's start at the beginning. Time to look in the mirror. Branding is like dating. Your difference is your strength. Hope is not a strategy. It's merely a wish without a plan. What's the plan? Do it. Know your worth. Then add tax, and then it ends with I am. So another one that I'm working through, because it is a workbook. Like, you just don't read it and they're like, okay, great. A lot of these books require work. It's easy to say stuff, but when you actually write things down and commit to it and think about it, it forces you to do the work. So my last one is for those who are trying to figure out how to market and create content. The Content Fuel Framework, How to Generate Unlimited Story Ideas by Melanie Diesel. She spoke at Imaging 2020. Loved her presentation. It was awesome. The way she breaks down how to create content. Now there's a workbook that comes with this too, so I would suggest purchasing that workbook because it's awesome. I have my workbook. I have been working through it. Actually, I'm at the end, and I love getting my book signed. I'm at the end, but what's cool is she goes over the different focuses and formats, and and then the multipliers, and you create this chart, and you can take any one of these ideas and create all kinds of content because you've written it all out. The only thing I have left is to actually type it out or record it. But the ideas are there. Like, you just start writing down what you could do. Anything from infographics to audio, video, live video, image galleries. It's stuff I never even considered or thought about. So this is a good one. If you gotta spend any kind of money, this is only $15. It's only $15. I think the workbook was like another maybe 15 as well or so. And you can get it as a PDF and download it because I like to print mine out. But that was a great purchase, and you cannot go wrong with trying to figure, what am I supposed to write about? I don't know what to write about. She will help you create a chart of what you can write about. So those are all my favorites. I will take a picture of these. We'll take a picture of it, and we will, I'm looking at all these colors. Look at this. Red, white, and black, and red, white, and maroon, white, and black, and right. It's like, is there something about colors that books that sell well are all like the same kind of color? Go figure. Go figure. But we'll take a picture of these, we'll share it, and we will more than likely talk more about them individually as well. But those are the ones that have helped me, have inspired me, that I go back to time and time again. And some of them I've also given as gifts. That's how much they really touch me. So, you got questions? Let me know.